Hey guys, today is September 21st, 2020, and the date that I want to talk about is tomorrow, not far off, because right now it's 11:11 p.m., September 21st, Eastern Standard Time. So right here, this date, June 23rd, 2009, is the founding date of U.S. Cyber Command, and tomorrow we have a 9/11 connection. Well, we had one today. We still have some time left in the day, actually, but so we have 11 years, 91 days, and I always talk about that 911 or 322 code that connects events. And I showed you guys in other videos how the founding date of U.S. Cyber Command has connected with the 911 or 322 code to several blackouts or cyber attacks or things that could have been cyber attacks even though they didn't label them as such. But this has allowed me to predict some events that have occurred, maybe 4 or 5 of them that I've posted videos. So the last one, I just said a possible blackout or cyber attack. I didn't know where, but it happened in New Zealand on August 25th. We had a cyber attack on the stock market in New Zealand. 4 days straight, actually shut down the market. So anyways, tomorrow being the 22nd, the number 22 is associated with the word blackout in Gematria. It's also 85, and today is 85 on the Chinese lunar calendar, so we still have time left, but tomorrow I'm finding more interesting connections. So tomorrow's date, the numerology is 9 plus 22 plus 20 plus 20. There's several ways of adding up the numbers. I kind of I don't look at this one too much. I don't know how relevant. I think just by observing, the top one is more relevant. Adding up the single digits is pretty relevant, and this way as well, 9 plus 22 plus 20. But we have 71 and the word cyber attack. And the fourth cipher, reverse full reduction, does equal 71. So I almost guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but I think it's very likely that one of these big events, cyber attack events or blackouts, will be connected to a cyber command that affects the United States. The last one was in New Zealand, and the one in Venezuela, the nationwide blackout, actually had a 9/11 connection to U.S. Cyber Command as well. The New York blackout last year, I mean, that was a pretty big event, but that wasn't like a 9/11 type of, or, like total chaos or anything like that. But I'm thinking, people are expecting some massive event that's going to occur, and I think one of those events, I think there's going to be several events, and one of them is going to be a large blackout in the United States, or maybe and combined with other things attacking the stock market, the banking system, whatever. But I think there's still to come that really large event for that type. But anyways, I want to show you some other connections that I found for tomorrow. So right here, it will be 1,409 days, which equals the 223rd prime. I always talk about the 9/11 or 322. This is 322 backwards. So that will be since the largest supermoon since 1948. And I made a video about the 322 codes that connected to the supermoon in the past and how they have connected to things that could have been cyber attacks, like the NASDAQ freezing for 3 hours. We have 3 years, 2 months, 22 days apart from the supermoon. The Statue of Liberty lights going out 3 months, 22 days apart. 2 years, 232 days apart. We had a stock market glitch after hours in tech stocks. We had the Vegas shooting exactly 322 days apart. The Venezuela blackout, 2 years, 3 months, 22 days apart. The largest blackout of Indonesia, 32 months, 22 days apart. So yeah, that many events, you can't overlook that. So then, and again, we have a 322 connection for tomorrow. So with that supermoon, tomorrow will be 3 years and 22 weeks since we had a simultaneous blackout in LA, New York, and San Francisco all at the same time. That happened on April 21st, 2017. Most of you remember the 2003 blackout. Well, in reverse, we have a 322 connection, 202 months and 23 days. And if you're not aware of what I mean when I say in reverse, I reverse these dates. 9/22, 8/14, and there you go, 202 months and 23 days. And reversing it is very important because I've seen so many times how the connection revealed itself after I reversed the dates when I didn't see it there before. Meaning that I was trying to find something connecting to that event. I don't see it. I'm like, oh, some big event happened. Oh, here it is. I got to reverse it, you know. Nobody I know really does that. I kind of figured it out on my own. So there was another large blackout in the Northeast, and we have a 322 connection to that as well. That was 20,137 days. Well, in gematria, in numerology, you often omit the zero. So once you do that, you're left with 2137, which is the 322nd prime. Now here's another interesting event that I recorded, which you might not understand why, but I think there's, until I show you right here, it's the death of Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father. Tomorrow will be 3,202 days. Well, in the past, I saw that it was 32 weeks and 2 days, his death from the largest blackout, which affected India, 600 million people. But also, it was really strange that 2,223 days after his death, the Dow gained 322 points. 2,232 days after his death, the Dow gains 223 points. And that was the time when the market that was the top, actually, the market crashed. Then we had the largest point drop at that time. It was the first 1,000 point loss on the Dow. It actually lost 1,175 points. And that was 320 weeks, 2 days after his death. Then 2,320 days, 22 days after he died, another interesting event because Kim Jong-un met with the South Korean president. He went to South Korea, something that didn't happen for like 50 years. So just all those interesting, especially with the Dow connecting, there's just something there, I think. So, and again, so we have that another 322 connection for tomorrow. Sometimes I throw other things in here, and I don't know if it's going to be relevant, but I've done that before, and then something happened. I'm like, wow, I showed you guys the connection. You know, I just, because of the times that we're living in right now, and the movie War Games, it will be 1,911 weeks apart in reverse. So the beginning of the stock market actually started to decline on 9/3, which has 119 days remaining. Well, the 1929 crash, actually the top and the start of the decline was also on 9/3 with 119 days remaining. Speaking of the 1929 crash, which was the top again, 9/3, 1929, 9/4, 2020. We have that 9/11 connection. So we have several 9/11 connections this year, next year to that 1929 crash. Could be 91 years, 11 weeks, 11 months, 11 days. That's for today. Another thing is 9/22 is also 7/22 because September comes from the Latin root septem, meaning seven, because in the original Roman Republican calendar, September was the seventh month of the year rather than the ninth. So that made me think of a movie called I'm thinking of Lights Out, the movie Lights Out, which released on July 22nd, 7/22. Blackout Tuesday, that was a separate event. That was people posting on their Facebook Blackout Tuesday on June 2nd, I think. But also tomorrow is Tuesday, so words are spells, so that could have been part of a ritual connecting something to Tuesday. And I also have some future dates where I think could be blackouts, which are also on Tuesday. But anyways, right here, Lights Out, July 22nd. Well, as I said, 9/22 is also 7/22 if you're talking about the Roman calendar. And on July 22nd, 2019, we had a Venezuela nationwide blackout. And that was another day that I predicted a cyber attack or blackout, and which connected to the founding date of U.S. Cyber Command. So we'll see what happens. I guess that's all I got for right now. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you next time.